passion, but make it profit. Simple strategy, real growth. Passion.
Hi, I'm Julia, and this is Passion, but Make It Profit, your go-to resource for actionable strategies to grow a profitable business without losing the heart behind it all. I am actually still here with Carli Sidoti. We were having a great conversation about outsourcing and what to outsource, when to outsource. So we decided that we were just going to push record. So it's a little part 2. So if you did not hear Carli's story and her background, you can go to the last episode. Do you want to give just like a quick?
Yep, sure. Carli Sidoti from Buttoned Up Brand and Marketing Consulting. I am a brand and marketing specialist who helps small businesses, actually any size business, with marketing strategy all the way to execution. So if you're trying to figure out how to make a sale, brand awareness, get more leads, anything, I help businesses with that. So kind of like a plug-and-play marketing director.
Yeah, so we were actually chatting about interns, and I had mentioned that I had a virtual assistant, and we just kind of got on the topic of outsourcing, and I know you said you had some questions about virtual assistants.
Yes.
So let's talk about the interns first, because I know you've used interns.
Yes.
You have an intern right now, right?
Yes, but she just got a full-time job, so she's
congrats
flying
for
the
her.
coop. I know.
Sorry for you.
I know, and I'm freaking out, so timing is good to have this conversation with you.
Yes. Okay, so I've had several interns. I had an intern when I was working my corporate job. She was the best. And then I've had a few interns since. I love working with interns if you have a little bit of extra time to help them. I think you can get a lot of good work. I think it's fun to help someone learn.
Yeah.
I love the intern option.
Yeah, it's fulfilling too, because as a leader, you feel like you're kind of giving back to the future Julia or future Carli. You want them to grow and thrive, because it's kind of like their success is your success. I always would tell my employees and interns. But you're right, you have to have the time and the energy and patience to guide them and teach them, because you have to remember they are so much younger than you, or they don't have the experience yet. Yeah. So as much as I'm like, hey, figure this out, and I want them to try to figure it out, it's like they don't even know where to start. So a lot of times you really do have to do some hand holding, and once they get it, it could be a super huge help. Yeah,
and I interned in college for a children's services. I went to Ohio University. And the lady I interned under, her name was Sherry. She's amazing. I shout her out on Facebook and Instagram all the time because I loved her. But she helped me so much from I remember one of the most simple things ever was a press release. And she's like, do you want to try writing it? And I was like, sure. And instead of taking it and then just fixing it, she showed me exactly what she fixed and wrote all these notes about why she fixed it.
Yep.
And I think that helped me a ton.
Yep.
And I had an intern. Her name was Jordan. She was also amazing. And it is. You put so much into them, and you feel like they're your little protege.
Yeah.
And I see her on social media a lot too, and she's doing so many great things.
That's great.
And she was amazing. As long as you get someone who's a go-getter,
yes,
they'll run with it.
Yeah. And I think the other way, so thinking of it the other way around, as far as from the mentee perspective, how you were saying that you remember that manager of yours writing everything down and why she made those changes. That's huge if you're a leader. So I think leaders need to take note as well, that that's how you should be proceeding with a lot of this young talent, because otherwise they don't know. Because I remember having managers who would just mark things up and not tell me why. And they were terrible managers. I mean, so much that it's I wouldn't have quit my job. So it's the people who can actually take the time are the memorable ones that actually made an impact. So it's kind of cool that you remember that.
Yeah, I was kind of thrown into the director of marketing job I had, and I did not have anyone above me. And I was 27. No, I wasn't even 27. I was in my lower 20s.
Yeah.
And it was a lot. And it was when you don't have someone to go to ask questions. And the owner of the company was great, but he didn't have a marketing background, really. He was really smart at what he did.
Yeah.
And he had some marketing ideas, but when it came to actually implementing, I didn't really have a lot of people. So then I felt like I was always kind of trying to seek someone out to help me.
Yeah, that's not a good place to be. Yeah.
Yeah, and so being able to give back to that is a cool thing to do.
Yeah.
I know. I need to get an intern now. I'm kind of at the point right now where I don't have time for an intern, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I just don't have the time to put a little bit of extra help into it. But that's what leads to my VA.
Yes.
Which
VA
is
virtual assistant.
Virtual assistant, yes. I'll give a shout out to the company I use. It's Global Ola.
Okay.
They have virtual assistants from the Philippines.
Okay.
They're an amazing company. They are newer. I want to say they started the past couple years. They're actually in BNI, or we're in BNI too.
Oh, okay.
But they're based in like Nashville or somewhere in Tennessee.
Huh.
But they hire assistants all different levels. You can get like an admin person all the way up to like a marketing, bookkeepers, and they work virtually, and they're amazing. They're priced pretty reasonably.
Okay. So,
You just outsource through them.
and you had one before, right?
Yes, I don't currently have one,
Okay.
but
Excuse me.
I'm hoping to get another one again. But yeah, so I had one. She was amazing. I had her doing a lot of admin and some like clerical Instagram or social media stuff. So she was scheduling a lot of my posts. What's really nice is they'll kind of take on whatever you need them to take on.
Okay.
So even from like a personal aspect, like around Christmas time, she started, I think in like October. So we didn't have kind of that, we had that learning curve.
Right.
But she helped me order like all of my groceries, and then I picked them up at Walmart.
I remember you told me.
And she ordered my niece and nephews like Christmas presents. So they'll do, as long as you're upfront about like what your needs are.
Sorry.
Okay. You're okay.
I have a tickle. You might have to cut this. Sorry.
I think you can.
Okay. The tickle. I was like trying to drink too to get rid of it. Sorry, guys. Okay, so we go back to her getting.
Yes. Are you good now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks. Sorry.
That's okay.
She gets your groceries.
Yes. So she ordered groceries for me. She ordered my nieces and nephews Christmas presents. It was really a good fit.
So
Yes.
nice.
And I know you kind of wanted.
yeah.
a
So
little bit.
I was, because I've heard of outsourcing with virtual assistants. If I was going to get one, I would probably want one that has some kind of marketing area, because when you say admin stuff too, sometimes I need somebody to just help format my marketing PowerPoints.
Yeah,
You
that's
know?
totally something they can do.
Okay.
So when I was looking into it, my old business coach, she had mentioned that like outsourcing from different countries is a good way to do it.
Yeah.
Affordably.
Yep.
So I had an old business coach who she talked about how outsourcing, especially internationally, is a good way to, if you're trying to grow a team and you're still starting off, it's a great way to do it. So I actually went down like a Reddit thread of, I like found where the actual assistants were like talking about like what companies they like to work for the best. And that's how I found Global Ola. Everyone, they were like talking about how it was one of the best companies. It had the best benefits, how they treated them really well,
Good.
which was most important to me. So that's how I found them. But like you're saying, you wanted someone with a little bit more like marketing.
Right.
They had all different levels. So I really liked that part.
Okay.
And really what it came down to, it's hard to decide when to outsource some things. But then I was like looking at it and it's like, okay, I can do this. Somebody
Right.
else could do it too. The price was very comparable to hiring a virtual assistant. It was very comparable to what I pay to send my son to daycare. And I was like, you know what? If I could get like 3 extra hours back, paying almost the same amount of money, why wouldn't I just take my son to playgroup and outsource to someone else?
Right. Yep.
So I think that's a lot of times when I'm talking to like these newer business owners,
Yeah.
they don't want to outsource because they can do it.
Right. Right.
But just because you can do it doesn't mean you should do
Yeah,
it.
you have to justify the cost of like what's going to make you happy, where you're not
Yeah.
burnt out and you have that life balance.
Absolutely. And it's that whole like, okay, yes, I can. Like you're talking about like formatting PowerPoints.
Yeah.
I can format a PowerPoint. I could do that all day.
Yep.
But that takes your energy.
Yeah.
And then if you want to put all your creative energy into your clients and coming up with actual social media strategies, it's hard because that takes away from it. And
Right.
it's also, that's all on your mental load then too.
Yeah, and it's also, you can't really have somebody take over a lot of those type of strategies because that's what you're good at, and that's why you are who you are and where you're at. You need to hire somebody to do the things that other people can do too.
Yeah, I've even talked to like clients before and just in like networking and things like that. sometimes it's almost like people get embarrassed. I was actually, my BNI meeting today, we were talking about it. There is a girl in our group who does like house cleaning and organizing.
Yeah.
And one or two of the people in the group are like, I kind of feel a little bit embarrassed if I hire someone to clean my house because I could do it. And it's like, you could do it. But what do you like doing more? Do you like working more?
Yeah.
Or do you want to clean your house? It's up to you. Like, some people might want to clean. But at the end of the day, you have X amount of hours, and that's all you have.
Yeah.
And if you could hire someone to clean, and that gives you enough time to take on a whole nother client, it pays for itself.
Absolutely. There you go. Yeah.
Or I look at it sometimes, because this is where, when you're owning a business, it gets a little bit into your personal life too.
Yeah.
So if I want to spend more time working and less time like cleaning my house, doing more things I want to do.
Yeah.
I like, my son's birthday is coming up. I love doing all the birthday stuff. I like making his cake, and I like getting all the decorations and stuff. Like, that is something I could hire someone to do. I could hire it to have the cake done or get it catered, but I want to do that.
Yes.
So hiring a virtual assistant or even an intern or someone to clean my house or do laundry, something else that I can take away from my load, so I can do that.
Yeah.
So people get nervous to hire people like that.
Yeah.
But it's like, you have to look at it like big picture.
Right. Right.
Because just because your home is your personal area, fine. I mean, that's fair that it is, but you own your business, so the personal does cross a little bit. I find this a lot with especially women business owners who are also moms.
Yep.
It's kind of like, where do you draw the line?
And we want to do it all.
Yeah.
Because you want to be a super mom and a rock star and this big girl boss, and that's fine, you can, but we're also at the age where it's like, you can outsource. You can spend money to make yourself happy by, like outsourcing some things, spend the money there, and then you have more time to do other things.
Yeah, and even with that too, because I know, like, there's a lot, I'm still on the newer side of this business. There are a lot of things that, like, I don't have systems in place yet. So I can't quite outsource that.
Yeah.
But if I could get back a couple hours of laundry, because I have someone come do my laundry, so I can focus on working, that's still a win. Because that's buying my time.
Right.
It's, you. What do they say? You have either like money or time. You don't have both, or
something like that.
You have to invest time or money. That's what it is.
You got to spend money to make money. No,
Yeah,
okay,
no.
that's another one. But I'm just thinking there's all these sayings.
That's what I think is what it is. Like, if you're going to make something work, you have to invest either time or money.
And not a lot of people realize that. I think that they want to. Yeah, that it's just a juggling act and feeling so overwhelmed, and then there's burnout.
Yeah.
And then that's probably like the first step is, okay, like, let's reevaluate everything that we need to do. And there's just certain things that you're not, speaking of outsourcing though too, certain things that you're not an expert in is something that you're going to want to outsource, doing what's best for your client. So knowing that the website that you were working with one of your clients and you gave it to John is a good way to outsource or, point your client in the right direction. Because I have to do that a lot too. And it's like, okay, well, I can make a website. It is going to be very time consuming, but I could also pay somebody else. I can make the money, but again, so it's a tough decision to make, but knowing what's going to be best for my client, what's going to be best for me in the end is how I determine what I'm going to outsource.
Yeah, and even when I had my virtual assistant, there were some tasks that she did quicker than I could do.
Wow.
Because she had more experience in that than I did.
Yeah.
Especially a lot of like the technical and like the cleaning, like my inbox and my calendar and stuff.
Wow.
Like, she was so dang quick. I was like, that would have taken me double the time.
And she's probably more focused.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, you have a lot of things happening probably, getting lots of emails and texts and all that. Who knows what her situation is? She might just be like, this is my client, this is my job, I'm going to get it done. So that's kind of great.
Yeah, it really, having someone like that was awesome. So there's a lot of different ways to outsource, which is what kind of started this whole talking about this on the podcast. Because you can kind of go the personal route where you're going to do someone to free up time in your personal life so you can focus on something else, even if that's work or not. And then outsourcing on a more professional level.
Yes.
There's also, I always refer a lot of my clients to like just Fiverr.
That's what I wanted to ask you about.
I love Fiverr.
Okay.
I'm sure there's more than one website that does that.
Yeah, there was something else. I forgot what the other one was. But I started to look for virtual assistants on Fiverr.
Oh.
Because I don't remember the name of the one that you were telling me about when you and I first talked about it. I was like, I wonder what Julia said. So I was like, let me look on Fiverr. And I found a few, but I'm afraid to pull the trigger because you don't know. I mean, these are people's profiles.
Yeah.
And you try to read reviews, and some of them look like they were fake. And I don't know.
I've never done something that big on Fiverr. I'm sure it'd be fine because I know Fiverr really vets their people.
Okay.
With Global Ola, I'm giving them a lot of shout outs because truly they are an awesome company. You get to choose between a certain amount of people. They actually will bring them on and you kind of do an interview with them on a Zoom call. It's nice because they manage all of, they do the pay, they manage their hours, they give them an email address.
Okay.
It's as much as you want to put into it.
Okay. All right.
So I've never hired someone ongoing from Fiverr.
Yeah.
But for tasks, I just had somebody on Fiverr do all of my keywords. I had another client who was doing her own social media. Yeah. She was having a hard time keeping up. So she actually went on Etsy and had someone design her a whole bunch of Canva templates.
Okay.
So there's so many ways like that that's not as big of a commitment to outsource. Yeah. When I was selling on Amazon, for my clothing brand, I used to sell on Amazon. I would have an Amazon professional do all of my listings.
Wow.
Because by the time I figure it all out, I would rather have someone else just do it.
Yeah.
And a lot of this stuff you can do pretty affordably. Mm-hmm. So you can do, that's if you don't know how to find a freelancer, there's a lot of ways like that. Or the same client had a new logo designed through Etsy, which was cool.
Wow. I don't even think about Etsy. I forgot about that.
Yeah, and I had another client who I actually managed social media for. She is a occupational therapist. Okay. So a lot of it is technical stuff. There were she got it from Etsy too, templates of C-section scar graphics. Yeah. I don't know. You know what I mean? I can't make that for her because I don't know enough.
And that's so
you can get
specific.
into the you can get into the really technical stuff. Huh. I worked with a dentist too, and we were looking at dental Canva templates.
Okay.
So that's
interesting.
Another great way to get some of your time back.
Yeah.
Is just going through
Fiverr.
I know that there's more than just Fiverr. That's just the first one I ever used.
Yeah.
And I've had good experiences.
All right, good.
I'm actually a seller on Fiverr too.
For your services?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Just a couple of them. I don't know if I've ever even gotten a gig though.
I was going to ask, do you get any hits or
I just set it up not too long ago.
Okay.
I was I want to try it out.
Good.
See what happens.
Good.
So I guess that's a little plug too.
I was going to say, yeah.
If you need your target audience, that was one of my services.
There you go. Fiverr.
But yeah, so Fiverr. But yeah, I just think it was just a little bit of a tangent we were going on, but I think it's all good information, good things to think about, maybe some resources people haven't thought about before.
Yeah, and I think we have a lot of people in our network, too, that we could help refer out to if anybody needs help outsourcing, bookkeeping, basically anything, because I feel in both of our networks, we know so many different types of industry business owners.
Yeah, so if you're listening and you want to outsource, you can just send either of us a message, and there's a good chance we can connect you with someone.
Yeah.
So
cool.
Again, thank you, Carli, for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
These were two great conversations.
Yes.
And I'll give a plug again. You can tell them where to reach you.
I am at Carli at buttonedup.consulting, my email address.
And I am at Just Flourish Marketing on Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook. And I want to give another shout out to Global Ola. It's GLOBALHOLA. If you need any kind of virtual assistant, check them out. They are a great, great company. This is not sponsored or anything. I just really love them.
You get paid for this. You should.
No, they're just great. So thank you guys so much, and I hope you will listen next week.
Thanks for having me.
Have a nice day.
Passion, but make it profit. Simple strategy, real growth.
You are watching WCTV, Wadsworth Community Television.